Do it because it is a part of the process. Don't do it for the opportunity. Don't get up, work, um, dedicate yourself, execute for the hope that an opportunity will come up, but rather in spite of opportunity. Do it regardless of whether the opportunity is there or not. Stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. And that's why it's very important to select games that you would enjoy playing in regardless. Huge reason why I moved away from the game of rugby is because I just purely enjoyed bodybuilding more. Just in terms of pure enjoyment, I can do that with people, I can do it without people, whether people love me, hate me, this is happening, that's happening. I can always find a gym, move some weight around, and put myself in a better position in that way and feel like I'm moving towards something and doing something. And those two were always at odds, even though they're in that lane of physical development. Now this is just a small example of, in my spare time, I would enjoy watching bodybuilding news and just working through it, watching that. And so now that I am only pursuing that sort of as a hobby, even though I am quite advanced in it and will continue to advance and hopefully get my physique to a place where it's world class, my strength levels, all that good stuff to a place where it's world class. That's not the mainstay and the main thing that I'm doing, and yet I'm enjoying it so much. Those are the kind of things that you want to be in. You want to be in things where, with or without X and Y, you would continue to do this thing. I enjoy business so much because, with or without people recognizing me, again, move away from rugby because you need about 6 to 10 coaches throughout your career as a rugby player in order to get to the pinnacle as quickly as possible. 6 to 10 coaches need to see you and select you off rip. 6 to 10. And then from there, you need more than that in order to continue your career throughout the years. But a good 6 to 10, especially starting from grassroots rugby, and moving your way up into semi-professional, professional, and then getting multiple contracts and this and that. That's why, and maybe moving up to a national level. But before you do that, you obviously you're playing at your provincial level. You still need to be signed to a club, and then that club and what you do with that can sustain you. And then you need so many people to recognize you, see you, pick you over 50 other dudes that are gonna lose their hopes and dreams in order for you to live. uh, and all that depends on the decision making of a few key people, getting 6 to 10. And so for me, that wasn't a good proposition because, again, that's not predicated upon how hard you work, how often you show up, etc., etc., etc. It's all those things, and that person has to see you. Whereas if you go down this lane, it's like, well, regardless of who recognize you, who doesn't recognize you, you can create more opportunities for yourself. Business, you can create opportunities for yourself. Social media, you can create opportunities for yourself. There's no real gatekeeping process necessarily when it comes to these things, especially when you have the free reign, the free form, where, especially with the internet nowadays, content is king. It used to be a thing where if you had the subscriber base, then things would be pushed out to your subscriber base and people like your subscriber base. And so the people with the bigger bases would get the most views, the most followers, whatever. Now it's set up in a way where the content is king. If you like a certain type of content, you can get a channel that has one subscriber pop up in your algorithm, whereas that wasn't possible before. And so the playing field is not even, and it never will be, because obviously the people that are ahead of you are ahead of you for a reason. They have put more time into it. They are more constant professionals, and as a result, their content will be better. But content is king in the sense that you can, right now today, create something that becomes massive because the people have access to it, and you also have access to the game itself in its full capacity in a way that was not the case many moons ago. And so these are the sort of criteria that you need to be thinking about looking through so that you can do it regardless of the opportunity, so that you can do it and hone your craft, to put time, energy, focus into your craft, so that when the opportunity does arise, when you've created enough of a platform for yourself that the right people do eventually see you, you're already who you're supposed to be in order to advance to that next step. To be the man, you have to be the man. To be the champion, you have to be the champion. To be at that championship level, you need to be operating as if you're at that level for years before that time. Years before that time. And again, the only difference between the things that I've mentioned before and the things that I stepped away personally from is those reasons that I'm gonna be sinking years into something. You know, I'm gonna be here until I die, right? And so I'm gonna do something. And so if I'm getting more fulfillment and enjoyment out of a certain thing that I'm getting out of a certain other thing, then that trade-off makes sense, right? And the selection process of what should I not do, what should I stop doing, and what should I continue to do, for me, I can tell you what works for me. I can't say what decisions to make, but for me, I find that if I'm doing something that I am very good at, you have to be objectively good at it, right? It doesn't help that you have a great passion for golf, but you also suck. Right? You can do it. You can do it as a hobby. That's absolutely no problem. But I'm talking about now the things that you are pursuing with a purpose. You're pursuing with a purpose, and there's a purpose that you find within them. They teach you about yourself, and you get to experience what it's like to be incredible at something. That's what I want for you, right? What I don't want for you is for you to be sinking uh, time, attention, money into things that aren't as fulfilling to you personally. Again, personal decision. And so, my advice would be run towards those things that give to you, that give the most to you, and give back to you. And starve, stay away from the things that you pour into and they don't seem to pour back into you. I'm not saying now you must see short-term returns, right? None of these things that I've mentioned here are short-term at all. These are all 5, 10, 15, 50-year plays that I'm making on this side, right? Whereas you can't really make a 50-year play on certain other sides. And so the point is, think on longer time horizons, but these things that you're going to be able to do on longer time horizons, that you also are trying to get a huge impact from, you're trying to get a huge return from, you're trying to become excellent at, it helps very much if you enjoy doing it regardless of what opportunity, so that you can create your own luck, you can create your own opportunities. I don't want to keep you here for too long because you need to go chase those opportunities. But if you did in fact enjoy today's video, please do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button. I have been Sage, standing on business. Signing off.